I really enjoyed the ones with all four of you talking about when you did the best thrash metal album tournament.
Dude, and
Or
those
metal
those
album.
those were a lot of fun, and in all actuality, those were in some ways the least amount of work. So you know what? You bring that up. What I should do is I should upload those to our YouTube channel.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
really mean to each other on those ones.
and we're really mean to each other in real life all the time. So,
Yeah.
but that was fun. That was fun. We spent 2 episodes, so it was about 3 hours in full, just doing a tournament of our favorite thrash metal albums ever. And in my opinion, I think the wrong album won, even though I voted for that album.
Don't say it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, don't say it.
What was number 13?
It was either
I think the right album won.
Megadeth 13 or Black Sabbath 13. You know what? We could spoil it. It's okay. Tom, talk about what won.
Well, no, you talk about why you think the loser should have won.
Oh, here
Because we're gonna get into it right now.
Oh, okay, okay. So it was, I think, if
We both just postured up for this.
Yeah, right. If memory serves, it was 32 albums. So
32 albums. Yes.
Yes, there was 4 brackets with 8 albums each. So you guys could math the fuck that along. And the final, so some albums that should have went further didn't go further because they got matched up with like top tier competition right away. But the finals was Slayer, Rain and Blood, and Megadeth, Rust in Peace. So before we go, Chris, what do you think is the?
Oh God.
Or I should
Now keep in mind, like you're already dealing with the fact that like Injustice for All got knocked out, Far Beyond Driven got knocked out, Ugly Kid Joe got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of bangers got knocked out when they shouldn't have.
But I mean, it's kind of like, Jim and I have done very similar type things. And it's like, well, what are the criteria we're judging this on?
Okay, so that was a constant, and like I said, I will put this on our YouTube channel, and everybody can go back and hopefully everyone go back and listen to it.
Yeah,
because I think it's really fucking enjoyable. What it really came down to, because there was 5 of us doing this tournament, are we basing it on, well, this is the greatest ever, the best ever, the most this, that, the other thing? Or what's the easiest way to do this? What is your favorite? So in all actuality, we promoted it as the greatest thrash metal of all time album tournament, where it actually was Extinction A.D's favorite thrash metal album, and within a tournament. So Chris, Rain and Blood, Rust in Peace, which one do you like better at this moment in time?
I would say Rust in Peace.
Jim?
I would say Rain and Blood, because when it's over, there's still time to listen to Rust in Peace.
You cheat.
That's actually a fair answer. I like that.
Yeah. I'm glad there's.
I think if it was different criteria, I like Rust in Peace for all the technical shit and just, Megadeth as a band, right, at that time. But then like Slayer, Rain and Blood, they kind of were over the top. You know what I mean? It was like a different style, I don't know. It
was really hard not to base it off of certain criteria too, because like we wanted to stay true to like, if that's what it is to you, if that's your favorite, then you got to go with it. But like you said, if you went with Slayer, well, technically, if you followed certain guidelines, that's a better thrash record, I guess,
I think Slayer, it's kind of, not to say sloppy, but it's just, it's not as...
It's loose.
It's loose. There you go. Good word. Yep.
And you're talking about how you include or not include albums, and you've discussed it a lot about Pantera. Are they thrash? And I'm very glad there was nobody around me when the bracket came up, Far Beyond Driven versus And Justice for All. I just screamed like, no.
Dude,
we talked about it on the show.
One.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show, and it's some of those are just impossible decisions, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me that was definitely the toughest one. Those are my two favorite records of all time. So that was a hard one.
Right on. Right on.
There
That's
was
awesome.
very few matchups that weren't difficult, but the easiest way was, like I kept reiterating, we're not Rolling Stone, we're not writing Kerrang's most important, anything, because all those articles are, kind of full, in my opinion, full of shit and just writing the same stuff over and over again anyway. It was like, we could kind of use some of that criteria to come up with our initial list, which we did. And then there were some things that were, a little off kilter that only one person offered to put into the tournament. But when it came down to it, it was like, just go with your gut and what you like the most. And where we wound up, I think it was a proper finals, but I had, I had quite a bit of regret that like lingered with me for like the whole entire week
Wow.
that
Wow.
other one, that our second episode came out. But Tom, you do the reveal and you justify why you still stand with it.
Oh, well, I think like I think that like the am I confusing the final right now?
It was Rust in Peace versus Rain and Blood.
Yeah. Oh, did we not already reveal that?
No, we didn't reveal the
Nope.
winner though.
Oh, well, Rust in Peace was the winner.
Okay.
I thought we already. I thought I was already talking as if that happened.
No, I think it's because I said that was my favorite. I think that's why.
Right. Okay. Yeah, which I was fine with, but again, like I think we all assumed, and I think especially Extinction AD assumed that it was going to be a justice for all in the end.
Yeah.
Because how would the five of us not unanimously like agree with that? But it all worked on the bracket system, so it was dumb. So basically, the whole thing is fucking dumb.
The finals are very proper, and historically,
Agreed. Yeah.
dude, for a large chunk of my life, Rust in Peace was, I hate to even say my second favorite album. It was almost like, Injustice for All was 1A and Rust in Peace was 1B. And then as time got on, I was, okay, well, Injustice for All is definitely my number one. Rust in Peace is definitely my number two. But as the tournament was going on, I was really questioning. And the day after the day the episode was released, I re-listened to it while I was at work. And I was like, yo, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Then I listened to Rain and Blood and Rust in Peace back to back. And I said, yo, we made the wrong decision. Rain and Blood should have won. And not only just I think, but at that moment in time, and it's hard to say because it's almost a year ago now, but at that moment in time for the next week, 2 weeks, I was straight up like, hey, I changed my mind after all this time. I like Rain and Blood more than I like Rust in Peace. But that could change within a day. But
wow, I'm gonna, now I'm gonna have to go listen. I'm gonna have to go listen to those two back to back.
But like you said, they're so totally different, and both those albums are just fucking perfect records for what they are.
Yep.
They both have singers that should be really cool, and as time goes on, you realize that they're kind of both morons.